Full-Time Magister Season 3 begins by showing Mo Fan and his family who decide to continue their lives by moving to Mingqiu City because the city where they previously lived had been destroyed by a monster attack. He accidentally meets a Mingqiu Magic Academy professor on the train that will take them to Mingqiu City. This prestigious campus is the ideal campus for novice magicians, which is a place where famous magicians gain and improve their knowledge and their magic to the highest level. Mo Fan, who aspires to become the greatest magician, then asked if there was an invitation for people who wanted to study at the Mingqiu Magic Academy. The professor said that Mo Fan should at least have the magic power that really stood out among the thousands of people who applied there. Mo Fan and his family finally arrived at Mingqiu City's residence. Even though his magic power had reached the mid-level, he had not been able to perfect some of his techniques, so he was determined to practice his abilities. Soon after, he received a call from Miss Tong Yue asking him to come to Shishui City. Mo Fan met Tong Yue at a diner. She later revealed that she was actually a member of the Magic Association investigating the drought in Shishui City, where the spring water evaporated instantly. Because her identity was well known in the city, she then asked Mo Fan for help to spy on a man named Zhao He, who was suspected of being the mastermind behind the drought that occurred in Shishui City. He was known as an evil mage who had killed more mages than monsters or demons. Knowing that the mission she gave Mo Fan was very dangerous, Tong Yue promised to give him the Resurrection Stone and teach him about the power of dark elemental magic. Upon hearing that, he agreed and became excited to carry out his mission. While following Zhao He to a village that had been hit by drought 15 days ago, Mo Fan overheard a group of men talking about the fire spirit which could increase the strength and abilities of a mage many times over. Out of curiosity, he followed them until he finally arrived at a place where a group of men was preparing to fight with the Tong Fong family, known to have fire spirits in the area. On the other hand, Mo Fan saw Zhao He hiding nearby as if waiting for the right time to attack them. In the end, the battle was won by the Tong Fong family. After they left, Zhao He came out of hiding and challenged the Tong Fong family to fight with him. Unexpectedly, he actually mastered the curse element, so he could easily defeat the Tong Fong family. Zhao He looked overjoyed when he found a pure fire spirit, which was extremely rare in that place. However, Tong Yue didn't just let him get the fire spirit. She put up a fight with her fire elemental magic power. Unexpectedly, Zhao He already knew Tong Yue's identity, then mixed drugs in her food while she was having lunch at the hotel, so she had difficulty launching attacks and gave up on his cursed element. Knowing that his teacher was in danger, Mo Fan rushed to save her. At first, Zhao He underestimated him, who was a novice mage. However, being the mid-level mage allowed Mo Fan to use his lightning elemental magic power very well, so he could defeat Zhao He, known as the Slayer of Witches. Since the fire spirit had to be purified as soon as it came out of the ground, Tong Yue then asked Mo Fan to absorb the fire spirit's power before it had a detrimental effect. He didn't expect to get such a pure and rare fire spirit, so he didn't waste the opportunity. Afterward, he escorted Tong Yue back to the hotel and rushed back to Mingqiu City. On the way home, Mo Fan got a message from Miss Tong Yue that she had made a reservation at the Magic Association building for his awakening on his behalf. Mo Fan rushed to the Magic Association building for his third awakening the next day. He was surprisingly able to awaken the magic power of dark and summoning elements. Ahead of the Mingqiu Magic Academy entrance exam, he became more diligent in training to pass the exam. He planned to use his summoning element in the test and kept his dark element magic power a secret. The day of the exam arrived. Arriving at the test site, Mo Fan, who had never used the power of summoning element magic, was then asked to practice for 1 week first so that he mastered the basic techniques, including summoning spells. Because of that, he asked Miss Tong Yue to help teach him. Long story short, after practicing using the summoning element with Miss Tong Yue, Mo Fan felt more confident about taking the Mingqiu University entrance exam. Afterward, he would take the Mingqiu Magic Academy entrance exam and compete with a young man named Luo Song, who was famous for being very arrogant because he was a mid-level mage with the elements of ice and earth. At first, Mo Fan had difficulty performing summoning techniques. However, after being told that he had to build strong chemistry with the spirit beast he was about to summon, he finally managed to summon the pure-blooded spirit wolf perfectly. Seeing Mo Fan, who had impressed the examiners with the spirit wolf he had successfully summoned for the first time, the envious Luo Song challenged the spirit wolf to a fight. Seeing his spirit wolf being hurt by Luo Song, Mo Fan became furious and intended to use his lightning elemental technique. The examiners then tried to stop him while wondering why he bothered to learn summoning elements, even though he was the mid-level thunder mage. If Mo Fan had told him in the first place that he was a thunder mage, he would have been directly accepted into the Mingqiu Magic Academy without having to pass the entrance exam. In the end, Mo Fan and Luo Song successfully passed the exam and officially became students at the Mingqiu Magic Academy. Mo Fan majored in summoning elements, a major that was the most different among the other majors on the campus, as it had the fewest students. Jiang, the homeroom teacher, informs that the best student in the department will get the blood of a beast that can increase someone's strength and ability to summon magic. Mo Fan, who now lives in the campus dormitory, shares a room with two young men named Zhao Manyan and Chang Pengu. They tell him about the tournament between students from the summoning element majors and students from other elements majors. The next day, Mo Fan suddenly felt a terrible pain in his head because his spirit wolf was fighting another spirit beast in the spirit realm and was badly injured. He rushed to save his spirit wolf with the spiritual power stored in his necklace. Not long after, the tournament finally started. However, Mo Fan entered the battle arena last compared to his classmates while waiting for his spirit wolf to recover. At first, the students in the summoning element department could take on the other students. However, as students from other majors grew in number, they eventually had to give up. Seeing this, Mo Fan rushed into the battle arena and managed to overthrow many students at once. His classmates told them they had to beat 100 students from other majors if they didn't want their resources to be taken away by the campus. Hearing this, Mo Fan proposed a deal with the principal, in which he would take all the resources in the academy if he managed to defeat 200 students from other majors. Suddenly, the other students became irritated and rushed forward to fight Mo Fan. However, he could defeat them so easily that the number had already reached 199. Not just standing still, a girl named Mu Nujiao entered the battle arena to fight Mo Fan. At first, he was overwhelmed by her attacks because she was quite tough. However, with his dark element, Mo Fan managed to win the battle. After that battle, he was not only known as a quite formidable mage but also as a public enemy that almost all the students at Mingqiu Academy were against. The next day, Mo Fan met the principal in his room, where he chose a magic item in the form of the Blood Beast boots that can increase speed for anyone who wears it. In addition, he received some money as a gift and gave some of the money to his father. After college, Mo Fan went to the Hunter Alliance building where he was about to register as a bounty hunter. However, his application was rejected because he was not yet qualified to become an elite hunter. He was then told to apply at a private hunter agency managed by a master hunter where he could gain experience as a hunter and earn a sizable salary. Without thinking, he rushed to a private hunter agency called King Tian, the best hunting agency in Mingqiu City. Arriving there, Mo Fan met a little girl named Ling Ling who thought he was a client. Not long after, a woman came to the agency and met Ling Ling's grandfather, Mr. Bao, who manages King Tian's agency. The woman asked the agency for help investigating her husband who was suspected of becoming a monster and killed many people. However, he refused her request and asked her to leave immediately. When Mo Fan asked Mr. Bao to refuse the woman's request, he told her that her husband had already come for the same reason. Her husband suspected her of being a monster and killing many people. Because the agency had made a contract with her husband, Mr. Bao was forced to refuse her request. Bao then decided to recruit Mo Fan and sent him to investigate the case along with Ling Ling, who turned out to be a master hunter. That night, when they were observing the couple's house, they saw that the woman had turned into a monster. Ling Ling then told Mo Fan to immediately catch the monster before it hurt anyone else. While chasing the monster, he was surprised by the woman's husband who turned into a terrible bloodthirsty monster, just like his wife. Because their mission was to save the child from the married couple, Mo Fan rushed to save the baby and used his magic boots to escape from the monsters about to attack him. With his fire element, Mo Fan managed to take down the male monster, while the female monster had fled somewhere. Ling Ling then told him that the couple had been possessed by a parasitic monster that made them turn into monsters. The next day, Ling Ling met Mo Fan at Mingqiu Academy, where she was about to take him to find the whereabouts of the female monster before she spread the monster parasite and infected all the citizens of Mingqiu City. Ling Ling told him that she had activated the tracer to discover the monster parasite spread. However, how shocked they were after learning that the spread of a monster parasite had appeared in the Mingqiu Academy. Because of that, Mo Fan then asked Ling Ling to warn the Hunter Alliance, the campus, and the students, while he would try to deal with the monster before harming the other students. Ling Ling told him to cut his friend's thumb infected with the monster parasite to prevent them from transforming back into monsters. Mo Fan is trying to defeat the parasitic monsters on his campus. However, because the numbers were increasing, he became overwhelmed. Moreover, he couldn't use his full power because he didn't want to hurt his schoolmates who had turned into monsters. Mo Fan chose to run away and thought of another way to defeat the parasitic monsters. Elsewhere, Manyan, who was making out with his girlfriend, was surprised by the appearance of a monster from the room's ceiling. With his light element, Manyan can easily defeat the monster. Knowing that the monster that attacked him was a female student in his college, he contacted Mo Fan and asked him to come over to his place. Manyan and Mofan then help each other to face the monsters with minimal attacks to not hurt the woman who is the host of the monster parasites. Meanwhile, outside the campus building, the Hunters Alliance had arrived there, where they had sealed the campus building with the approval of the campus so that the monster parasites would not spread further. Ling Ling then told Mofan to find the whereabouts of the monster queen and defeat her to stop the monster parasite from spreading. He refused to do it because he thought it was hazardous. But since the Hunters Alliance couldn't enter the campus building and had no choice, Mofan finally agreed to defeat the monster queen on the condition that the campus would reward him heavily. Mofan and Manyan then made a deal, where he was after the money, and Manyan wanted popularity after they defeated the monsters. Manyan agreed to give the lightning element spirit to Mofan if he gave all the credit for his hard work defeating monsters to Manyan. After reaching an agreement, the two of them headed to the gym, where Ling Ling confirmed that the monster queen would be there. Since a concert was held inside the gym, the venue was packed with crowds of people who became easy targets for the parasitic monsters. Mofan finally managed to find the whereabouts of the monster queen who was about to attack the female idol singing on stage. He rushed to help her and fought with the monster queen. In the middle of the fight, Mofan asks the female idol to help turn off all the lights in the room to make it easier for him to use the dark element. However, the monster queen turned out to be a very formidable commander-class type monster, thus putting Mofan into a deep corner. Knowing this, Ling Ling then asked him to run away from there, but he refused and continued fighting because he wanted to save his friends. By combining his darkness and lightning elements, Mofan finally defeated the monster queen and obtained the monster's soul. After that incident, he and Manyan became famous. According to their agreement, Manyan gave him the lightning elemental spirit. Manyan took Mofan to an auction, where Mofan could sell the soul of the monster queen for a hefty price. Since he earned quite a bit of money, Mofan decided to rent an apartment so he could practice cultivation more freely. However, unexpectedly, the apartment he wanted to rent was in demand by Mu Nu Jiao and her friend, a girl named Tutu, so they decided to rent the apartment and live together. When the winter season came, Mofan and Xingxia paid a visit to a place to see the scenery of the frozen lake. She then told about the history of their hometown, where the city had been established since 200 AD, and in the past, the townspeople were the guardians of the underground hot springs under the orders of ancient rulers. However, as time passed, the guards eventually disappeared without a trace, and the city began to fill with people migrating from other places. Mofan then assumed that the destruction of his hometown was related to the city's history and the Black Order organization. To find out the truth behind the destruction of their hometown, Ling Ling suggested he go to the ancient capital tomb, which is in a forbidden location called the Land of the Dead. The moral that can be learned from this anime is, never stop learning new things, just like Mofan, who continues to improve his abilities even though his friends have admitted that his strength is extraordinary.